You can feel it. The tiny, stubborn tick that separates a rookie from a grown-up quarterback, letting go of the damn ball. For Shedeur Sanders, it's been the headline nobody wanted, but everyone needed to notice. He knows it. The coaches know it. And he told reporters exactly what's been happening when he holds on too long. Negative energy. He said those stagnant moments change him, and that self-awareness is where the real growth starts. Sai, look at the tape and the numbers together and you get the picture. This isn't a guy who's failing. It's a kid learning the job in a messy, imperfect environment. Through 3 starts, he's thrown for 405 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, completing just over half his passes. The kind of box score that invites opinions and forces patience. Those stats don't scream bust or can't. They scream work in progress. ESPN.com, here's the crucial bit. Those sacks and negative plays don't come from a lack of talent. They come from context. Shedeur was thrown into live fire with almost 0 reps with the starting unit before his first start. Chemistry with receivers is a thing that needs reps, and more reps. And he didn't get that runway. When timing on routes and trust with targets are missing, holding the ball becomes a reflex. Hope the play opens, hope bodies separate, hope for a miracle. That's not stubbornness. It's a rookie trying to create with incomplete tools. He's got natural tools, the arm strength, the feel for the pocket, the confidence that made him a first-look quarterback in so many draft conversations. Those tools are real. The problem is the Browns' offense around him has looked like a house built while the foundation was still drying. Miscommunication, turnovers, and a rocky offensive line create situations where even experienced quarterbacks get swallowed. So when Shedeur hangs on, it's sometimes the team failing him as much as it's him failing a play. Reuters. But here's the part I want you to hold on to. He's getting smarter. Those late-stage games show a quarterback who's learning to measure panic and replace it with process. He said he studies the stagnant moments and forces himself to trust his teammates. That's huge. Self-scouting is one of the fastest ways to improve, and he's doing it publicly, honestly, and without excuses. That's a maturity marker, not a defensive one. SI. The coach's approach matters too. Kevin Stefanski hasn't closed the door on the competition. He's kept it week to week, which in NFL translation means he's watching the film closely. He publicly named Shedeur the starter for the next game, giving him a runway to show what he can do under real game pressure and more prep time. That decision matters. It's not just about ego, it's about data collection. Does this young QB justify investment? X, formerly Twitter. Narrative-wise, Cleveland has a lot to weigh. A rookie who flashes, a roster that's patched together, and the lingering possibility of veterans or injured starters returning. The Browns' front office and coaching staff want to know if Shedeur is the future or if they need to spend on a more established answer in April. That context explains why the team is giving him the extended look instead of ripping off the bandage and going back to a veteran. It's a test, and the Browns want evidence. Yahoo Tetao. There's a human element here that gets lost in hot takes. Sanders grew up around elite football. He's been coached by Deion, Coach Prime Sanders, and his football IQ isn't manufactured. It's practiced. People forget that confidence born in a spotlight is different from bravado. His belief isn't fragile. He's also shown flashes of pocket mobility and the kind of zip that turns contested catches into plays. Those traits matter when you measure a long-term starter versus a short-term fill-in. ClevelandBrowns.com. But let's be tactical for a second. What will fix the ball-holding problem practically? First, simplified reads in specific packages so he can get the ball out faster. Second, more live reps with the starting receivers during practice and walkthroughs so routes become instinct, not guesswork. Third, a game plan that hides weaknesses rather than exposing them. Screens, quick game sequences, rollouts that turn the pocket into a runway. The Browns can design around rookie habits while he learns. That's not coddling. It's coaching. Reuters. And the feedback loop matters. Sanders says he's a trust person. He wants to build chemistry and see the world through the same lens as Jerry Jeudy and the other skill players. That's the right mindset. Quarterbacks who insist on forcing chemistry too quickly either look reckless or get benched. He's chosen patience and accountability, and that's exactly the tone a franchise needs when it's trying to find the next franchise QB without blowing up its future. SI realistically, the verdict is still out. The Browns are 3-9, and the team's construction makes any quarterback's life difficult. But the signs do tilt toward potential, not panic. If Shedeur cleans up his tendencies, trust, quicker decisions, better situational awareness, and the Browns clean up the offense around him, you might be watching the early chapters of a solid NFL starter's story, not just a flash in the pan audition. Rotors. So what should fans watch for in the next games? Look for shorter average time to throw numbers, more quick completions that build rhythm, a reduction in sacks, and cleaner late game decision making. Watch how he interacts with his receivers on sideline routes and in the locker room. Chemistry shows up in small things. And most importantly, measure growth over a month, not a half. Development is messy. Evaluation should be patient, but honest. ESPN.com closing thought. Quarterbacks don't become great by avoiding mistakes. They become great by reacting to them intelligently. Shedeur Sanders has the tools and, crucially, the self-awareness to learn from the moments when he holds the ball too long. That's why this isn't just a story about sacks and stats. It's about a kid learning how to stop letting negative energy steal plays and start making the kind of decisions that win games. Watch closely. He's teaching himself how to be a quarterback on a schedule that the Browns hope fits their timeline. SI.